Hey guys, welcome back to the Crochet with Kelsey channel. Tomorrow I have my first ever pop-up event. So Whisked by Frank reached out to me on Instagram and asked me if I wanted to join in on his pop-up event that he's having. He is a matcha vendor and there's no booth fee, and I said yes. So I've never done an event like this before. There's going to be 3 other vendors there as well, and it is in Carrollton, Texas, which isn't too far from where I live. And it's at Brian's Coffee Roasters, which turns into Pocacaya at night. So I've never been there before, but I'm super excited for it. And today I'm just going to kind of get prepared for that. So since I sold quite a few smaller things at my last market, I did decide to crochet a few items to kind of replenish those little bins. So this is my $10 bin that I have. I only sold 2 items out of it at my last market. So I made 2 more items to kind of fill a little bit of the space in here. So I made these cute little pigs from Whimsical Knots. It's a free pattern over on Instagram. They're super quick, super easy, and they turn out really cute. I have a ton of this pink color left over, and I feel like it's just perfect for pigs. So it just made sense. So I'm gonna pop those guys in there. And then this little $10 bin is ready to go. I also sold a good bit of $12 items at my last show. So I made quite a few items to replace those, maybe even too many. The first pattern I made a few of was this cute little dragon. These guys are from Avalon Crochet, super quick to make, they're super easy, and the only sewing required is sewing the wings to the body. So I decided to make a Andarna themed one for my 4th wing friends, and then these 2 other colors. And these take up such a small amount of yarn that they're the perfect scrap buster project, and I really like them. I made them for the first time for my last market, and I think they will probably be a market staple for me since I sold both of them. So I'm hoping these guys sell out. I'm gonna pop those in the bin. And then I also last minute prepped a few of the little Pokemon from Beck Made Studio, and I decided to make a few more of those because I sold out of them at my last market as well. So I made 2 little Eevees and 3 little Pikachus. So I need to clean these guys up a little bit, but those are going in the bin as well. And now I'm seeing that the bin is full, so I'll probably just put out 1 Pikachu and 1 Eevee at a time, unless I just want to jam pack it like that. But I really love all of the items that are in here, and I feel like people gravitate toward this bin, so I wanted to make a few more items for that in hopes that they will sell. Since I had so much of that pink color left over, I kind of realized that my Pokemon stock is dwindling. So I did want to make at least 1 more Pokemon plushie for this pop-up and the next market because this one always sells. I really never keep them for more than 1 market. It's a very popular item. It's this little Mew from Crafted for Comforts pattern, and it works up really quickly. It's super cute, and it's a great use for all those white pupil eyes that I have. I know that the color is a little dark, but like I said, I had a lot of that pink color left over, and I just think it's really cute. So that will be added to my inventory as well. So it is going to be a little bit of a challenge because I'm only bringing a 6-foot table to this event. So I'm going to have to kind of pick and choose the inventory that I want to bring. So I'm also going to have to plan out what display items I'm going to bring because I can't have more than what's going to fit on the table. So I'm going to try to map out what display items I'm going to bring. I have my tape measure. I'm going to put it out on the floor and see how much I can fit in 6 feet. And then I'm going to pick and choose what inventory I'm going to bring accordingly. So let's go ahead and plan that out. So this is about all the space that I have to work with. I put down some items to kind of show where I'm going to be placing different elements of my booth. So I'm going to be able to put 1 more box on the left side of this box, and then I'll build 3 up on the left and 2 up on the right. And then I have this middle space. That's normally where I put my mystery boxes and some of my smaller items. And then I have this display over here as well. So I'm not going to be able to bring my claw machine. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to bring my keychains, but I'm just going to kind of see what all elements I can squeeze in there. So here's what I'm thinking right now. My mystery boxes go on this little thing. I usually have it expanded out a little bit more because I put 12 on there, but I'm just going to put 9 and it should be about that size. I'll be able to fit my $12 and my $10 bin as well as my keychain display as well. So I think that's pretty good. I don't think I have any more room for more boxes. So the bargain box and the claw machine will not be able to come with me. But now that I have a better gauge of all the space that I'm gonna have, it's time to figure out what inventory I'm bringing. So I think for this event, I want to bring more Pokemon. I'm also going to have to decide which of my larger items I want to bring because I'm probably going to only have room for one. I might try to see if I can bring this thing to squeeze a few more plushies on there, but if not, I just need to be ready to not have to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and start sorting out the plushies that I'm going to bring with me. I'm just going to put them over here and then hopefully I can kind of just get one bag together to bring to this event. I'm not going to bring my pegboard, but I am going to bring all of my Pokemon snugglers and I'm hoping I can just kind of lay them out on the table. So from the first bag, that's everything I'm going to bring. I'm going to try bringing more of the mythical creatures to this event and kind of just have that as my vibe for this one. I feel like at the next craft show I'm doing, which is at a high school, it's like a high school holiday show, I feel like the normal animals will probably do a lot better there. So I'm going to hold on to those so that I have plenty of inventory for that. So now let's move on to the next bin. So everything that I'm not bringing, I'm going to place over in this other bag. And this one should be a bit easier. I really want to take my giant Totoro, so I'm going to. And then this one should be easier because it mostly just has a bunch of like boxes in it. So I'm not going to take my finger puppets. I am going to take this little one. These normal animals I am going to put in the other bin. I'm going to take my dragon. I'm going to take Mort. So these are all the larger plushies that I'm bringing, and I'm going to bring one of these wooden bins, which I put my mystery box stand sign on. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill up this bin with all the ones that I'm bringing. So looking at this bag, I know that it's more enough, but I'd rather have too much than too little. And even if I can't put this all out on my table at one time, it will be nice to have some things to replenish my inventory with. And at the end of the day, the reality is people are gonna lean more towards the smaller items. So I know I have plenty of those and they don't take up a lot of space. So I think I'm all set. I'm gonna get this all ready and I will see you at the pop-up tomorrow. So I just got back from my event today and Mr. Max is very happy, but the event was in a event space and there were 4 other vendors there. So there was a matcha vendor, there was a cupcake vendor, somebody who sells matcha powder and like little accessories to go with it, and then there was a like Pop Mart Labubu reseller. So the vibes were immaculate. They were playing some lo-fi music and it was just like a very chill vibe. I did have some matcha from Whisked by Frank and it was absolutely delicious. It was an ube cold foam matcha drink and it was really good. And then we also went to Cloud9 Bagels, and so we probably spent about $30 on matcha and bagels before the event even started, really. And I almost didn't want to finish making this video because it's a little embarrassing, but I didn't sell a single thing. So It seemed like most of the people that were coming were friends and family of the other vendors, and my friends and family, they have already bought plushies from me. They're not gonna come to every event and support me like that. I don't expect them to buy a plushie every single time I'm having an event. So it seemed like a lot of the people were just coming for one booth, and I feel like there were only a couple people that actually looked at my booth at all, and it was kind of just like glancing over it and leaving. So yeah, it's a little a little embarrassing. I don't think I've ever done an event where I haven't sold a single item. But the good news is I didn't have to spend any money for a booth fee. It was totally free to go out there, and you never know what's gonna work until you try it. Although I am a little embarrassed that I didn't sell anything, I feel like it's still important to share these experiences if you are a crochet small business, or if you're thinking about starting a crochet small business, just to kind of show that not every event is going to be great, and sometimes you won't even sell anything at all. And I'm not even mad because I didn't spend any money. I went out there, you know, it was a chill vibe. I got some matcha, I got some yummy bagels, and luckily I brought a project, so I was able to get a lot of crocheting done while I was there. Although it is a little bit devastating that nobody was interested in my items at all, it's okay, and I didn't lose anything. So that is the recap of my very first pop-up event. Will I do more pop-up events in the future? I'm not sure. I think it might depend on where it is located. I feel like somewhere that gets a lot more foot traffic just throughout the day without people knowing that there's an event going on there would probably be a little bit better for me, just to kind of get some, you know, random people in there that hopefully might like crochet. But you know what? It's okay. It was only 3 hours and we did it, and it's over now, and I don't really have much to say about it. So I'm sorry for the disappointing ending, but I appreciate you guys watching this video and tagging along for the ride. Please be sure to like and subscribe, because I promise I have other market vlogs where I actually do make money. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.